I can't plug these in.
Damn.
Need an adapter.
Fucking iPhone, huh? Who made
Them
you go to
motherfuckers are
iPhone? Drake?
extra as
Oh,
fuck. I'm telling you.
he
Ain't got no iPhone. Ain't got no
suck.
Good morning. What up, though? It is Saturday. I don't even know what day it is.
Good morning.
I'm alive.
It's the 18th.
I'm blessed and I'm alive.
You're
Yes.
alive? Blessed.
Mhm.
Good morning, you guys.
Ooh, did you have a rough night?
I don't never have a rough night.
I'll never get tired.
Sick and tired of being sick and
Good
tired.
morning. How y'all feeling
No,
today?
I'm all right. I'm just a little tired, and it's probably the weather. Got a
Yeah.
lot of running around to do, but my mother actually saved me from one mission, and that's taking her to the stores again. So she was like, "Can you just take me tomorrow?" I was like, "Yes, I can." But I gotta take my daughter to her friend's house, and then I was gonna go over my sister's and just pay my sister a visit. I haven't seen her in a very long time, so.
Nice.
Don't forget about that masturbation. You got to get that in a couple times a day.
Oh, get that in. Get that in.
I woke up and I was like, man, it's cold. It's
so cold.
So cold.
So cold.
Arizona, it's cold. You wake up in Arizona and saying it's cold. You know what?
My nose is running. It's cold. I put my heat. I had to turn my heat up last night.
Oh my god!
It's cold.
I turn my heat up in a
money.
It's 52 degrees. Today's high 70. Not too bad, but it's kind of cold. I don't know where he went. So it's
okay. I was yelling at my dog.
It is cold. I feel like it's cold. So I just looked at the Detroit. So it's about 20 degrees colder in Detroit. It's 30.
You know what?
4.
Let me ask you a question.
Huh?
For as much as somebody that hates the weather in Michigan, you sure pay a hell of a lot of attention to it. I don't know if it's an infatuation or what, but
yeah. I gotta listen.
It's not freezing. Oh my god! You know what? Everybody's body temperature is different. I get hot. I don't sweat nasty and profusely, but I get hot. There goes the Palace Prince.
He's so extra today.
But
he heard your guys' voice and started crying just now.
Oh my god!
I had to go pick him up and bring him by me. He's so fucking extra.
Right. Extra.
But no, I told him. I said, are you infatuated with the weather down here, or just like?
No, I just always.
And then somebody else is saying they're free. You know what though? I would look up. I would either ask you just out of curiosity when it's usually stays the same, or I would just go to AZ and type it on my phone and just to see. And I'm like, oh shit, they're roasting marshmallows over there and shit in the middle of the day. What the fuck? Right. Without a fire. So, I don't know. And I was like, you know what? Everybody's body temperature is different, especially if you put a lot of liquor in your body last night or whatever it is you're doing. But
right,
it's not freezing at all.
Yeah, compared to us, you guys are freezing.
I'm warm blooded, so
warm blooded.
That shit don't bother me.
That'd be thin blooded. You'd be here about 6 months. You'd be like, oh my god, it's cold.
No, I loved it over there when I went over there. I really did. Like,
what I'm saying is,
here for a few months. That'd be here for a few months.
Once you get adjusted to here, and when you went back to Michigan, you'd be like, "Oh my god!"
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely, it was a big night and day. But like I said, man, when I first went down there and we was at that what was that? I want to say something Ridge, that outside mall that you took me to. Right, and there was the McFarlane store that does the figures, that I was collecting at the time. And the McFarlane store, there's only like two or three McFarlane stores, and one was, I don't know where the other one else is at, but there was one over there. They were building.
Vegas.
Okay, and they were building that one there at that time. That
And
was like
it's- I was
2007
sad
or 8.
when they closed that store. They got rid of it.
Yeah, and I was like, man, I was like against the window, and there wasn't even nothing in there, and I was like, oh my god, this shit's crazy. Why couldn't it be open when I come down now, so I can get variants, which is like special
What
figures?
time
But
of the year were you here? Like what month?
July, the first week of July, my
Oh,
birthday
you were
week.
here when it was hot.
Hell yeah, and then we went into
Hot
even
fudge.
hotter. And
I
then we
love
drove to
it. I love
Vegas,
it
and it was
hot. A lot of
100.
people don't like it hot. I love it hot. I would take hot over cold any day.
Didn't bother me.
Mm-mm. No, I mean, if you
I
stay in it, it's like,
don't
yeah,
know.
you know, it's hot as fuck. You're gonna burn up, and there's a lot of things you have to learn when you move here. So everything I've ever known is fucking opposite. Like,
Right.
don't leave lotion in your car because it's gonna explode on you. Right? Anything you put in your car is gonna explode. So yeah, there's that. Don't forget anything in your car. I left a roast in my car on accident from grocery shopping. 2 days later, it smelled like a dead fucking body.
Oh my god!
You know what we used to do? You know
It
what
was
when I did landscaping.
terrible.
When I did landscaping, you know what we used to do? You talk about some Mexican shit, or just we would put. If I brought something with tortillas, me and my nephew or something, we would put the tortillas on the dashboard
On the dash, yeah. Yeah, you can fry,
and then
you
flip
can
and then
fry
go like
shit. And another
crazy
thing, like,
when
I'm
it's
kind of
hot.
like a hillbilly, right? I'm an Italian hillbilly. I love to be barefoot. And don't fucking run outside. I'm like, I'm gonna
Italian
go grab it out of
hillbilly.
the car, and
I've
I
never
ran
heard that
outside
together.
barefoot. And halfway there, I realized I was on lava, and I was in danger, right? And now you have
That's
the
hilarious.
choice of, do you try to make it to the car or do you turn around? Because you can feel the bottom of your feet and
Just go,
sizzling,
man.
and you have
Just
nowhere to
go.
jump because there's no grass. There's fucking rocks. So now
Right.
I'm gonna jump on hot rocks. Yeah,
Yeah.
fucking
I loved it out there.
terrible.
Look, he took me, we went everywhere. We
Mm-hmm.
went to the Hoover Dam, to
Isn't it beautiful?
the Grand Canyon, we all of that stuff. Where the
There's so much to see here.
what was that? No, oh God, where
Sedona,
where the meteor landed. We went to that.
Area
We went to
51.
Winslow.
I was
Oh,
just like,
Winslow.
why? I was wondering, like, why are we? What the fuck is going on here? Like, am I on a tour and I don't know it? But he was just showing us a great time, and we went to everything, and I had a
Isn't
blast.
it?
I really did.
It's so funny because you're not the first person to say that. They come here, they feel like they're
Yeah.
on, like, they're like,
Oh,
how
he
is
took me
so
everywhere.
much shit happen here?
Like, I felt like I went through it and back with him. He just took us to everything,
Mhm.
and we had a blast. It was amazing.
Yeah.
I swear that's my goal, to move to Arizona. I tried to move there. I was like 18 or 19, and I wanted to move, and I asked, I talked to him and everything, and even his dad was like, "Come on, whenever, just come on, man." He was retired
People are
already.
definitely
Just
different.
come on
Like,
down.
definitely
And my
different,
dad was
right?
alive at the time. Yeah, my dad was like, "Nah, you're not going nowhere." So
Hey,
I'm glad I didn't, because
hey, shouts out to
I was ready for a change. That's all. But
What are
Royal
you doing today?
I think
hey,
they're
man, there you go. Don't start showing no food, man. Come on, man.
Right? What's early in the show?
Jesus, I already know what those are. I already know what those are.
It's Christmas time, man. Are these
I already
like
know what
the
those
best
are.
ever? Besides those Italian cookies that you posted, Tori, the other day. But I love they're always on sale at Walmart. But I was thinking,
Yeah, those are the best.
they make these things. So shout out to Royal Danish. I don't know who makes these things, but it's difficult to get this tin thing off. You have to like
We got to get a sponsor from that,
Yeah,
man.
they want to make sure
Nobody
that
is
you really
sponsoring
want to
that.
eat the whole fucking tin before you get it off.
you got to take you got to take a
I
knife.
dip two at a time.
Like, you know what I mean? Like there's like a whole operation of getting this motherfucker open.
Yeah, because they want you to be really, like, they want you to be committed to the calories, right? It's like, if you're going to eat listen, this is deliciousness in this tin. I'm going to want you to get a knife to get it open, because once you do, you're going to eat the entire tin. So, are you ready? That's why it's so hard to get off. It's like, wants you to think about your choices.
You got to work for that shit. Even though you paid $15 for it, for 25 cookies.
Right. For 22,000 calories as well. They're like, are you ready for this shit? You're about to eat a stick of butter.
They're cheap at Walgreens. I think they're
For real, like ice cream. Oh, I'm about to get sick.
there's 2 of them for $7 right now at
Oh,
Walgreens.
you're eating on the show.
My
That's-
fat
you
ass
gotta
ate
put money.
10. My fat ass ate 10 Christmas cookies in one sitting the other night.
What the hell, man? You know,
They were
okay,
so good.
okay. So do you guys remember the ones back in the day that would come in the red in the Christmas color and you could see through it, and they
Yeah.
had the
The what?
sprinkles, the green and
Oh, the green and red.
Yeah.
those were you can't even find those no more.
Yeah, I haven't seen them in a long time.
What the fuck?
My Italian Christmas cookies had the green
What's-
and red sprinkles on them.
Oh, I seen them. I seen them.
Mm.
I put that
Listen,
in my I
I'm
put that in
eating
my
them, and
I put that
they're
in my,
talking
you
to
know
me,
what?
and I'm like, huh? I got powder all coming out of my mouth. I got it on my chest, on my
I put
boobs, like
I
an
put that
awning.
picture of those cookies in my spank bank.
So I
I'm
got
telling you, I can't wait to eat some after the show.
I go to this Italian bakery,
It looks
right?
amazing.
So I grab a sub and all that, and then I'm like, hey, let me grab these for Tori, and I was like, man, and then the guy goes, that'd be $75. I said, $5 for what? He goes, well, it's $40 for the cookies, and I was like, what's on those fucking cookies?
Crack, Italian crack. They make them with butter and air and crack and deliciousness.
Tray of cookies. I was like, this is outsane. I was like, wow. Do I get any
Kim-
Vaseline?
It's you know what? You know what's on them? They're sprinkled with Kim Kardashian's. Like I don't even know what to say, but
Right,
something
it's
something from Kim Kardashian is
something
sprinkled
worth
on her.
the $40 sprinkles.
So shout outs to
Telling you.
what is it? Romanelli's? How do you say that?
Romanelli's
shit.
Italian bakery in Phoenix.
It's sheds of Kim Kardashian's ass sprinkled on the cookies.
Fucking
That's what it is.
no, I'm not. No,
I don't know. I had to come up with something. That's the
no.
best I got.
They were. That's the best thing you can think of. That sprinkles would cost that much.
You know, I know this wasn't
Start
in
acting
your.
like Kanye West.
I have to talk about it since you're talking about sprinkles. I guess. So the night
Okay.
fiance is selling her farts in a jar.
You know, I've really been like pondering this idea. I have so
You
many
said it.
questions.
You said it last year, Tori. Selling your dirty drawers, your socks. You brought it up like almost a year ago. Remember?
I have a whole cabinet. Listen, I do, and I have a whole cabinet of mason jars, and I'm about to go see how to do this.
Hey, maybe if you combine the two of your farts.
I read the whole article, and I'm like, okay, first of all, I don't even fart that much to be able to collect them and sell them. So that's the first problem, right?
She's not bad on the eyes at all. I think I would buy a fart or two.
Sell myself.
Oh my God, she is beautiful.
As of today, I have made over $90,000. Yeah, it is pretty crazy. It is.
Farting right now?
What I find really awesome about this whole entire new like fart jar venture is that I think it's inspired a lot of people to think outside of the box as far as ways that they can make money. And I know right now with like the holidays and everything that's going on in the world, people are looking for new ways to make money. So I have my platform Unfiltered, and I know a lot of the creators on there are now starting to think of different ways to make money other than just like selling their photos or videos. They're looking into, you know, maybe selling their bathwater or selling their spit in a jar.
You said it, Tori. You said
I
it.
did. I'm selling bathwater.
I've got the monopoly on farts. I was offering a deal. They were originally $1,000, and I was offering them at 50% off for $500. And I've decided to keep the price at $500. And then I'm also going to be doing promotions and sales all throughout the holidays, so the price will be a little bit lower. I know that we're also working on some fart jar NFTs in the near future, so this is going to be like, I don't know, maybe my empire. At like what I think my value is. I do not undersell myself. I think that's my number one belief in business is like, you are valuable, and not just you, but your time. And I think that the amount of time, effort, energy, and creativity that went into this project.
So I just gotta ask, who the fuck is buying $1,000 fart jar?
I just want to say I'm in love.
Oh my God. Alex, that's who's buying it. You just answered Alex just answered the question, Drake. Alex is the type of guy that's buying the $1,000 fart jar.
I will buy all her farts
Oh,
and just and be a hoarder of them.
ew. I want to know what's in the bottom.
Shit.
I've watched this video a few times, and I want to know what's in the bottom of the jar.
They probably put one of those, like the little balls that you like when you ever drink a Guinness.
Yeah.
And there's that ball, a
It
Guinness.
looks like a flower petal or something. Oh, let's see her page. What kind of pictures does she post to?
Oh man, don't go to her page
So
yet.
I'm gonna reach out to her. I'm gonna try to get her on the show.
Scroll a little bit.
Oh,
we can all flip the coin. Who do you think we should have one of us reach out to her and try to get her on the show?
You can reach out to her. I'll reach out to her anyways. I want to see if our farts are compatible.
Oh my God. I can't with you.
What?
It's a fart
sometimes
jar.
You gotta look for love in different places, in different.
In a jar.
Right?
Oh.
Oh my God! Stop showing my future wife's pictures.
She got a jackal.
Yeah, I mean everybody's got a kink, right?
Wow, that's pretty crazy, man.
Everybody's got. I saw that picture. I didn't know that was her.
Wow.
Well, everybody's got a kink.
Hey, look, if you don't fart in front of the person you love, is there really love?
Are those her dildos?
Yeah, what is this?
Wow.
Huh?
He said, what are those, Tori?
Those are dildos.
Break it down. What
circle-y thing.
That's like
I'm looking. I can't see it. That's a clit stimulator.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe it was a wheel off a skateboard. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's like a wrench. That's a big one.
Does she date Tony Hawk? Corey might want to know. What the fuck?
I just read someone said this conversation went left real quick.
Yeah, what up, Mark? Thank you for tuning in, bro. Much love to you and your entire family, man.
There you go, Alex.
So basically, I got to set up a photo shoot.
Alex,
stop showing her, man.
You got to set up a photo shoot, get some jars, and eat some Brussels sprouts. Got it.
She was saying that if you watch that whole video, she said that she the whole diet, she eats all green. You know what I mean?
Yeah, greens will do it to you.
Yeah, she's eating a lot of greens.
Stank fart energy. hey, you can't knock her for being human. Come on.
Did you see that, Drake? She's gonna make you a shirt that says "Stank fart energy."
So when she said spit, like really spit.
Here we go.
Hey, shout out to Ralph. How you doing?
How can we deliver one of the fuels of the future? Could play a pivotal role in tomorrow's energy mix, but it's very expensive.
There you go. Stop. Hey, Ralph. What's up, man? Checking in. Mr. Gonzalez. But when she's saying she's selling her spit, like really? Like somebody's going to buy spit?
Yeah. Well, people buy urine. I mean, I told you guys about that. Yeah, I told you guys back in the day I sold my urine.
Yeah, you told us about all of this.
I've done a couple things.
We're in the wrong business.
I don't want to know what you're doing with it, but he was he was weird, obviously. He was kind of I guess we'll just say a trick of a friend of mine, right? This guy who just wanted to be talked down to. He he wanted women to step on him with high heels and weird shit. I never did any of that with him, but he wanted to purchase a cup of urine, right? So I'm like, well, back then I sold it for $400 a cup, and it was only this much, right?
Imagine what it would go for now. Oh my God.
Right. It's just a tiny bit.
1,200.
So I used to have a client that he would want that. He would the kind of the stampede, jump on the
Remember the one guy that wanted them. He would get like 3 girls and wanted them to lay like a couple blankets down.
Yeah, that's the same thing.
Them.
Yeah,
okay.
stampede on him.
I might have answered that call.
He wanted them to make him bleed with the heat.
Oh, really? Damn.
Yeah. Hey, that's funny.
Let's stay away from the blood. Stay away from the blood.
You wanted to make him bleed. That's.
I don't remember that part, but okay.
Did he have to sign like a consent?
Hell no.
There was no consents back then.
He just swiped the card and that was a wrap.
That was swipe the card and that's a wrap. Okay.
So Alex said he's going to sell his pubic hairs from his balls. How much can you give for pubic hairs?
I don't know, man.
I mean, probably. I don't know, because really, are women buying pubic hairs? I don't even like if I get one in my mouth, let alone purchasing a bunch of them.
What are they doing? Put it in their cereal?
Oh, there you go. Here comes story time.
Maybe they're flossing like it. Maybe they're losing and they're doing extensions on their private part, right?
You just
story time.
You just made a light go off. You just made a light go off from the heavens. We gotta have story time with Drake Swift and like a little music.
Nah, man, you ain't stealing that. That's story time with the sports mouth.
So
you want to tell it?
Well, I just saw that comment pop up again about the stank energy. Shout out to MJ spilling teas. Yeah, the stank fart energy. Shout out to MJ spilling teas. Lucy girl, thanks for tuning in today.
Me and a couple guys.
$100. Damn. Oh hell no, bro. You better minimize that. You shit.
To a hotel.
Southwest, you gotta charge.
She was gonna do an in-call. She was gonna do an in-call. So she's eating a bowl of cereal in the car, and I'm there with my one of my buddies, his brother, and she goes up to the room or whatever to get the room because we give her the money to go get the room, and he reaches down his pants and he grabs a fucking handful of pubic hairs, pops it in her cereal, and she comes back to the car and she's starts to continue eating the cereal, and she's like, "Oh my god, this is the best cereal ever!" And there's like, pubic.
What was this?
And she drank all the milk. They said I wasn't there. I'm glad I wasn't there for that one.
Okay, I missed who this was.
It was an escort.
Oh my god, you guys!
Yeah,
you did that.
We were bad. They were bad. I said they were bad.
So I think I might have told you guys. I had
milk and she was yummy tummy, with
pubic. She was an escort. I'm sure it was probably, it was a snack of hers. She always had pubes by her face, so
night,
she probably thought it was good. I had a friend who would she hated her dad, right? He was such a dick. And her mom hated him too, but she was married to him, so she had to still do wife duties.
I know where this is going.
Yeah, he had to have his dinner prepared on the table. He wanted it by a certain time.
Burning bed type shit.
And so, when they were making his food, they had this little ritual like, oops, his bread fell on the floor. Oops, this hair fell in here.
Hell no.
Yes. And they would fuck his food up every day. Poor Ralph. He ate a lot of hair and lint and toothbrushes to the butt crack, probably, but he deserved it. He was a dick.
He was a dick.
Yeah, I got into it a little bit sometimes. I'm like, one of my fingernails.
Oh, hell no. That's funny as hell. That
shit broke off, whatever.
Flicking in his cereal.
He was evil. So that's what they did to get back at him. And then they just watch him sit at the table, grumpy as fuck, eating all of the nastiness.
Wow.
What's Mark say? Remember the dude that would call for one of the chicks to shit and piss on him? Oh.
Shit and piss.
Hot Carls.
Yeah.
Golden showers. Yeah. I'm not doing none of that. I don't know how much money are you paying?
Right. Money talks and bullshit literally walks.
So you were just talking about food falling on the floor. Do you guys I had a Subway, I had the food truck and all that good stuff. You guys believe in like that whole 3-second, 5-second rule?
No, that's gross.
No. Maybe okay, so maybe at
Gross.
my house, but not really. Like my house is clean, right?
I know
So
what
it
you
depends
mean.
if something falls. I'm like, let me rinse
And
this
it
off
depends
right
on
quick.
what it is, right?
Right? But
Still,
not in a
but
public
nah.
restaurant. Fuck no. Wait, did you do that in the Subway?
No, I was just wondering what
Oh.
people, you know what I mean? I was like,
I
people.
just read a comment that said people were putting hair in their food and trying to say there was hair in their food. I didn't catch that.
Oh,
And the cameras caught them. They had hair in their food. They didn't realize we have cameras and see everything, so they got busted. Yeah. I've seen people put I saw somebody put like a bug in their food. Yeah, and tried to say there was a bug in their food.
you remember that back Wendy's? I think they said somebody put like a finger in the chili. Remember?
Yeah.
No, it was a mouse. I think it was a mouse.
Or something like that.
Yeah. Either way, it's gross. So that's
Yeah.
hey man. I don't
He said,
really don't do
I'm
fast
hungry.
food,
I'm
man.
gonna eat that shit.
I'm a sucker. I'm a sucker for like breakfast sandwiches, but other than that, I don't go to fast food restaurants no more at all, man.
Yeah, I'm not really a
Unless
fast
it's
food.
once in a blue moon, we talked about that, the White Castle and all that, like, but I don't
I don't
do
know.
fast
Growing
food
up
no
with
more
my
like that,
mom,
man.
she
Make
wasn't.
that shit at
She
home.
wasn't great. She was not to talk bad about my mom. I love her to death.
Right. She was a busy woman, man.
She was
really busy.
She was not the greatest cook, but yeah, she would constantly drop food and this and that. There's a story.
Right.
There's a story.
What she made. Thanks for telling me that. What she made when we were doing our, we were DJing and all that. Like we pretty much, it was like pretty much a halfway house up there.
Yeah.
All of us up there. Sometimes there'd be 5 of us staying the night because we DJed a party or we had some shit to do. But she would make everybody to eat, man. And you know what? It was good. So I ain't gonna complain. Thank you, Janie.
So
love you.
I was little. You know what I mean? She was busy. Like my mom, when she cooks, right? It's the most annoying shit ever because she's on the phone, she's texting. People are calling her on the other phone. They're calling her in the house.
Yelling for you.
They're calling, she's calling, hey, come here. She's on, she's got like 3 phones, right? At the same time, she's cooking and she's burning and, burning the food and whatever the case may be, right? And when I was little, she was the same way. So I remember I was little and my dad, she made some fried chicken or chicken or something. I'm sorry. She made some chicken. And she gave it to my dad, and my dad almost choked because there was a bone in the chicken, and she didn't, she
trying to kill him.
Yeah,
trying to take him out. No,
yeah,
Henry.
He's like, "What the fuck? You're trying to kill me with the fucking bone in the fucking chicken." And my dad used to cuss really bad in Spanish when he was younger, so he was like, "What the fuck? Yeah," and he was like,
That's funny. I'm a great cook. I'm not going to talk about my bad cooking because I'm a great cook.
I know you're a cook, Tori. Do you need to concentrate when you're cooking, or can you? Well,
you're in the zone, man.
My mom's not concentrating, so a lot of times when she serves me, I'm like, "Mom, this is burnt. It's fucking good. It just eat the shit.
It's cooked. Eat it." Right.
I mean, I don't know. I guess some people have to concentrate. Maybe not necessarily concentrate, but you do have to pay attention, right? There's timing. There's food has a timer on when it's done. Some people are just like, they don't pay attention at all. Other people purposely overcook their shit because they're like afraid of, I don't know. I've heard so many different weird things.
I like to overcook chicken breasts and stuff a little bit. I don't want to burn it, but I just want it cooked.
No, there's a
want to cook the right way.
There's people that always say, "Oh, I gotta overcook the chicken." Ew, you like your chicken dry? Like there's a temp that you cook it to, and once you see the juices flow clear, that's how you know you're good to go.
Right.
But some people will still cook that motherfucker till it's so dry. You got to put every sauce you have, in the fridge on it, and it's not good.
Yeah.
Like you steak eaters, I don't even know how you're chewing through that fucking sawdust. It's so tough.
Sawdust.
It's like it's gray. You cooked it till it was gray. How are you?
Yeah, no, I hear you.
Thick.
So do you
I
want to
don't like it dry, but I just
jump off
like my stuff well done. You know what I mean? Steak and all that, well done, but not dry.
You like it?
That's
See, you like
gross.
it well done? Yeah, not me. That's too. That's
You like the little red?
it's like
Yeah, I don't like
jerky.
that.
Why are we
I
eating
don't mind it.
jerky?
You know what? I've had my steak like medium rare and all that. I tried it.
Oh,
It's not bad,
see,
but
now some
you know
people
what I mean?
I know people eat. I don't eat medium rare. I don't
Yeah,
want it
I don't
so
like that. I
raw.
tried it, but I don't
I like mine
like it.
medium to medium well. I like a little bit of pink. I don't like it
Right.
bloody. Pink is it's still tender, and
Who
especially if
doesn't
you
love
cook it
pink?
well, you gotta pound that meat, right? My favorite part of the meal, pound the meat. So
Right. Marinate
takes
it,
out
let it
all the
marinate.
aggression, right? And
Right.
season the fuck out of it. So
For
yeah,
sure.
no, all this dry ass meat. I will say this though, chicken wings cooked, crispy, overcooked are good, but that's because it's got the skin and it's got that crisp
Yeah.
to it, and those can't be rubbery. You can't fuck with that. But
No.
So I don't know. I can't remember, and maybe whatever I did, I used the wrong thing. So I had a bar downtown, and somebody put, if I can't remember, I think they put baking powder where the baking soda was.
oh
And
no,
yeah, and I made chicken with it. And
oh no,
yeah, and I remember I gave it to the
What the
customer.
fuck?
The customer was like, "Oh my god, this is so good!" But I think I gave them baking
I think
powder.
I remember that happening. I think I
really?
remember that.
Yeah, they didn't get sick or anything. Yeah, they just was like, "Oh."
Right,
Oh,
right. Well, because it was cooked, but still, you know, it was.
Yeah,
But
yeah. I made it with I think it was baking powder instead of baking
I
soda.
think I remember that. That's funny.
Ooh, yeah. So, oops, sorry.
whoopsie, whoopsie, whoopsie.
Whoopsie. So let's jump into the show. We've been talking about 30 minutes. Just of all. Oh,
Food. Yeah.
Alex,
Hungry again.
before we jump off the show. So I went to see Spider-Man with Nursa and my girlfriend. It was amazing. You got to go see it with your daughter. What an amazing movie. It was kind of still the love story, but it's
Of
still
course.
kind of amazing.
But you
I
know
don't,
what? Our daughters grew
I don't
up.
like
I
that
was gonna say our
Zendaya,
daughters
but
grew up with.
all my daughters love that Zendaya
Yeah,
girl.
my daughters grew up watching them, man. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Before they were stars. So like on
Hmm.
Disney Channel and all that. She's amazing, man. She's gonna be
Yeah,
a
I
huge
like
star.
her.
She's not even there yet, bro. And
Yeah, I like her.
I told my daughter about that, about her, you know, doing doing, you know, just doing, you know, doing big things and stuff like that. So
right.
and he said Tom Holland, look, man, I was a big Topher Grace fan, but Tom Holland is the best Spider-Man ever.
Who?
He's
Topher
out.
who?
I said Topher Grace, or not Topher Grace. I'm thinking of my man from that '70s show,
I was like,
Tobey
wait a minute.
Maguire. Tobey
Tobey
Maguire.
Toby.
I thought was the best, but no, Tom Holland is the best Spider-Man
Really?
ever, bro.
You know,
Yeah, no,
I don't want to give any spoilers. I want
Don't
to
give
be.
no spoilers.
it's not even a contest, bro.
So
Stop.
the next,
See this one first. This
watch,
movie's great.
if you go watch it, Alex, there's two. At the end of the movie, there's two
Yeah.
things. So wait to the total.
Right.
Yeah, two
Okay.
little spoiler
Yeah,
trailers
of
at the
course.
end.
Two spoiler trailers. I couldn't think of it, but I'm still a Toby. Even I'm still a Toby Maguire fan.
But you know what? When I go, you know, I got the trilogy on DVD, and when I go, like, I used to watch them a lot with
I don't
my
like
daughter,
the third
but
one.
Mhm.
I can't go to them no more. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm just so over it after seeing all the Marvel movies, and you know what I mean. Like, it's
Really?
like I could watch something better. I'm a big Thor fan. When the first Thor came out,
Me too.
that was my guy. That was like the Thor, Incredible Hulk.
He was my
You know what I
crush boy.
mean?
He was my secret boyfriend.
Yeah. My ex was just like, oh my god, can we go? We went and seen that movie 3 times, I think, the first one, and the second one
Hmm.
was like, I love them all, but and he's actually gonna play Chris Hemsworth. He's actually gonna play, and I can't wait for this. I've been waiting, like, reading about it for the last 3-4 years. He's gonna play they're gonna do a biopic of Hulk Hogan, and he's playing Hulk Hogan. I can't wait for that to come out. So you imagine how big he was in Thor. can you imagine how big he is going to be in the Hulk Hogan biopic?
Oh, he's
Like,
gonna be a beast.
Jesus Christ, you're gonna have to take some tissues with you for the
I'm gonna
movie.
give you a little tad bit. There was a scene where the Spider-Man's basically said, "So you shoot web out your arm, you don't need anything," and he's like, "No, it just comes out my arm." And they go, and it was a very adult thing. They're like, "What else comes out your body?" And I thought that was kind of funny, but the Spider-Man's were basically, I think that's the way I took it, and that's what I told Narissa. I think they were taking their hats off and saying, "Hey, you know what? You were the better Spider-Man because you didn't need any mechanism to help you shoot your webs." So that was my theory.
Okay, don't tell no more.
Right.
Okay, so this
Right.
Don't tell no more.
okay, there you go.
Yeah,
Don't
please.
tell no more.
Thank you for that.
Well, when they said the adult thing, what else comes
This
out
guy
your
is a
body?
spoiled master sometimes.
I thought that was
no.
that was
It's
so
all good.
wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a great movie.
Yeah.
I love it. There were some parts where I'm like, oh.
Was it as good? Was it as good as the last one? Because the last one to me was pretty
better.
good. They're I like him and Iron Man too, like all of that. That was they do a good job,
Yeah.
man. The writers for Marvel, it doesn't matter what movie it is. They got amazing writers, man.
I mean, there's a scene in the last Marvel movie where he hugs Tony Hawk or Tony Stark and cries, and he's like, "Oh my god!" Yeah, that scene was pretty. Like, I was like, "Oh my god!" Where he's like,
you choked up.
Yeah, I disappeared, and then this, and then
it was like a father-son type movie.
I got choked up in a couple of scenes. I was like, oh my god, am I about to cry? Still fucking cry.
So it's a roller coaster. That's what you want when you go to see
it was good.
Roller coaster of emotions. So that's awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out for sure.
All right, check it out. Yeah, definitely go see it. So we'll jump over to politics. Mr. Uncle Joe appeals court lets Biden administration enforce the vaccine rule for large employees. So there was, I guess, a lot of companies were suing the government for enforcing it, and then the courts upheld and said, guess what? For large employers, they still need to get the vaccine. I see a lot of people continuing to say, hey, I don't want to do this. It doesn't matter. Recently, the Marines, they discharged, and I forgot to look it up, and I talked to my sister. 100 troops. I was talking to my sister. Her son-in-law is a Marine. He retired from the Marines. But, as a Marine, I would think you're all gun-ho, very, you know what I mean, jarhead. And for you to
patriotic, you want to do what's right for the people and
sacrifice. For you to sacrifice your career, possibly because you don't want to get a vaccine, that's kind of crazy. Talked about the big three. A lot of people say, "Oh, I got 20 years. I guess I'm going to have to quit." I don't want to find God, or it's not religion, or it's not health reasons. But when you see 100 Marines released from the Marine Corps, were they released as an administration or discharge, or were they released as a dishonorable discharge? I have to look that up because I'm wondering.
That's funny that not to cut you off, but that's funny because I just got a thing across my phone saying Kevin Durant has entered the health protocol. So I don't know if you've seen about him getting it's
been a wave, right? A couple NFL games have been postponed. I think 3. A lot of players getting it, because people are traveling, right? They're getting it. But what I'm saying is, for you, a Marine Corps, let's say you have 20 years, you're going to throw your career away, throw your veteran status away, throw all that away because you don't want to get a vaccine. That is nuts. I don't understand it.
But it's not just one person; it's 100 of them. So that says a whole lot about some shit. I don't know what, but it says a lot about something.
So let me ask you a question. Let's say you got 20 years, and let's say you're a captain or whatever, and you're going to get a nice fat pension. Will you throw your career away for a fucking vaccine?
If I got enough money saved, bye-bye.
No,
I don't know.
That's crazy. So you're telling me you're going to throw you're going to throw your bill away? Your GI bill?
Well, look, first of all, out of those 100 Marines, my question would be, how long have all of them, like, what is the percentage of them how long they've been there? 2 years?
Well,
1
yeah,
year?
that makes
I
a
want
difference.
to know that before
Yeah,
I start
right.
pointing fingers like
What
I
I'm
think
saying
you're
is
wrong
20
and shit.
years.
So,
20 years,
but
you're
I hear you.
you throwing away
Right.
your career?
I
No.
mean, you would think not, but I mean, I guess but that's why I would ask the question that I just said. So I don't, out of those 100, how many been there for
Right.
that long? You know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah,
Or
that-
more than a decade?
If you've been there a year, 2 years, okay, fuck it. You know what? Okay, fuck it. You know,
Right,
whatever.
I want to go home anyways. I've been here through this craziness.
It depends on what your goals are, though, too.
Right.
Not everybody goes
Right.
into the service like I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna make a career out of this. You know, my
Mhm.
nephew, not to speak for him, but he went for certain reasons and did 5 years, and he was in Afghanistan for 2, and or it was either 1
And
or
then he
2,
was
but
done,
you know what I
right?
mean. And he was done, met his
Right.
wife, and the rest is
Kept it
history.
moving.
But like, you know what I
But I'm
mean? Yeah.
Right. And I have friends who are on their second, third.
I'm
you
talking
know,
about. I'm talking about
10
life.
rounds.
I'm talking about
Yeah,
life.
no, I hear you.
20 years. I'm not going to throw my VA status away. I'm not going to throw possibly if
And majors, lieutenants, generals.
Yeah, I'm
right?
not going to throw away a VA loan. I'm not going to throw away my benefits. If I get sick, so if you get sick and you're a veteran, you could go to the VA hospital. You don't have to have
Yeah, I
insurance.
mean, you're already getting taken care of, right? I see. Like, why, like, you know what I mean? Why
Right.
give
Think
up
that out.
on your family or whatever it is? So, you know, yeah, for sure. I mean,
Yeah, I would definitely want to know those 100 people, what was their career status and how long were they in? And then the next thing is, were they administrative discharged or were they
right?
Were they dishonorable? Yeah. You know what I mean?
Right.
Oh,
for sure. But yeah, I mean, that's 100 out of how many? I mean,
what's
you
your
know,
nephew?
so what is that? 5%?
Army? Was he Marine? Was he not Army or
Army? He was in Army.
He was an Army. Okay.
Yeah, I wish I can get him to call in and talk about that, but
I'm gonna text my.
He's got 4 kids, so he's probably busy right now. 4,
Yeah, right.
2 young twins, and they're probably
That's like
running
his
around.
own army.
They just
Fuck,
started
that's
walking,
a whole.
so
That's an army in itself. I'm good.
right.
Be like, let me get back in
He's
this
at
just
war
so I
right
can leave the
now with his
house.
kids. Right. He's at war right now.
Right. I'm gonna need somebody to come draft me. I gotta go.
So they upheld the what the government said. Hey, you got to get a vaccine for large corporations. I know a lot of people are totally against this, but you know, if you want to continue your job and you want to throw away your career, you know, I think we talk about this every day, and I talk about it with another person that doesn't get a vaccine. You know, the thing you didn't get, you got the vaccine, you got the polio vaccine, you got this. And a lot of times I hear the non-vaccinators say, well, it's not a cure. Well, the last time I checked, every vaccine from polio to chickenpox, we're not saying you're not going to get it. What we're saying is the onsets are going to be less than what if you get them, right? My mother had polio. I don't know if anybody know that. My mom had polio. She had leg things when she was little because they didn't have the polio vaccination at the time.
Right.
She actually ended up, getting better or whatever. But if she had that access to that vaccine polio shot when she was a child, she wouldn't have got polio, right? Or maybe not the onset.
She would have recovered a lot quicker.
Right. The onsets from it.
Right. But so it's not a cure-all. So guess what, guys? Vaccines are not a cure-all, 100%. You're never going to get it. I don't think we have anything in this world that says, hey, you know what? This is a cure. We don't have this magic potion. It's just all it is.
They don't cure anything because of the money it brings in.
Right.
That's a whole nother rabbit hole. So I have a question since you brought up your mother as a child, and this was a topic last night between me and a close friend / family member of mine. So there's a situation, not anything we know personally, but two people, right? Exes, they have a child. The child is like 11 or 12. And the mother is against vaccination. The father was against vaccination, but now has changed his mind. Right. The little girl is staying with him over the Christmas break, and the mother got a text that said, "Dad is taking me to get a vaccination." Now they have 50-50 custody. So in the divorce decree or the child support decree or whatever, it states that they have to both agree upon anything like medical stuff, all their decisions. So this father has made an appointment to get the child a vaccination, and the child doesn't want it, but she's 11 and the mom doesn't want her to have it. What do you do at that point? Like I'm for vaccination, but and still in that situation, like what does the child do? Go in and start screaming like, I don't want this, my mom doesn't want me to have this? Is the dad legally okay, like able to do that without like going to in front of a judge? Does a judge rule on something like that? This is something that's actually happening right now, and I know they can't be the only family going through this. So we were kind of just talking last night on like, different scenarios and what do you do? Who do you talk to? What do you tell your child? Or can the dad be found in trouble for doing this? Or, I don't know.
That is so.
And the mom I'm sorry. And the mom, of course, instantly thinks he's just doing this because he knows I'm against it. But I think it's deeper than that. I think something triggered the dad to want this because he didn't want this he's not even vaccinated. That's another thing. He's not even vaccinated, but I have a feeling his is coming next, but he wants the child to be. So what do you do when you have 50-50 and you can't come to an agreement? Does a judge decide that?
I don't know. That is such a touchy subject.
Right.
My ex-wife, we agreed that the kids to be vaccinated, and I would have disagreed if she told me any different. But Nati actually got her second vaccination yesterday, and I didn't know about it until she actually jumped in the car and said, "Yeah, I got a vaccination. Mama told me my second vaccination. Mama told me to let you know if I start feeling sick." And I'm like, "Oh, okay. I didn't know." And I'm glad that
I thought she got it last week. No,
she wasn't feeling good from school.
Oh, gotcha.
So, but I'm so glad that we don't agree on a lot, right? But I'm so glad that we agree on that thing because
what do you do? What do you do if one parent doesn't and the other parent wants it? Like, do you go to court and try to plead your case to a judge? And does a judge rule on that? What if the judge is against it? What if the judge is for it? What is there a biased opinion?
There should be a biased opinion.
Yeah. I don't know, but someone's going through that right now, and I'm like, wow, that
is totally hairy.
Usually I got the answers and I'm like, I got nothing. I don't know. I try to dissect it and I'm like, okay, let me dissect this. He probably had something trigger this for him to go from not wanting it to you're getting it while you're with me kind of thing. Right. But if two parents aren't going to listen to each other's reasoning, then how do you really even get past that? I got all those swipes going.
Alex.
All my fans.
Came on the show. I texted my niece to see if her husband was in the Marines, and he was in there, I think, for about 5 or 6 years. So, all right. Democrats hope to make progress building back better in the new year as the actions stall for now.
You know what that means.
With a number of sticky points still unresolved, Democrats are hoping for breakthrough will allow them to pass Uncle Joe's sweeping social safety net expansion in New Year. So there was a lot of things, I don't know if a lot of people know, but when holidays come up or Christmas breaks, basically, unfortunately, the people that we elect to be our representative in Congress and Senator, they had a vote before, I think, this Friday. If not, they don't come back to February or some bullshit like that. So they try to wrap up budgets, all this bullshit before the end of the year, before they go into the new fiscal year. So there was a lot of things that were on the table in Washington, and a lot of things got left on the table and unresolved. And welcome to Washington, D.C. So that's basically what happened if nobody was paying attention. But so there was a lot of things that
it had to do with healthcare and combat climate change.
Yeah.
Pretty big deals, but
Mm-hmm.
I would guess, but
they had to go on break.
Yeah, they had to go on break.
yeah,
Yeah.
time out.
Yeah, they got to
Yeah,
go.
break. They had shit to do.
Too much
They
to
could've-
do. I
They
don't
rob
know.
enough people. They could take the next 2 months off, right?
Well, I work. I worked in Washington for about 6 months. There was so much dumb spending for congressmen and senators. I worked for Senator Hatch, and it was the most eye-opening experience of my life. Right, so I saw people spend as senators and as people that we elect that we send to Washington. I saw a lot of dumb spending. Right, the senator would take a limo from one building to the next building. It was very. I was there in Washington when the check scandal.
Frivolous spending.
Yeah, and you just saw that. And as somebody that elects somebody to office, you're like, really? Is this why we can never get anything done? You know what I mean? So, and I just, like I said, I saw a lot of eye-opening, a lot of dumb spending, a lot of, just people are just go there just to make money. It's all about money. So
greed, wasteful and greed.
Yeah. So a lot of people go to Washington for all the wrong reasons. So.
You should have ran.
I'm running in 2024. I'm running.
I'm serious. You should have ran.
So Miss America makes history. Korean American from Alaska wins the title. I don't even know this is going on. I know I watch TV, but I don't watch TV like that because I just don't have the time. But Miss America was crowned. Miss America has made history, become the first Korean American, the first Alaskan to hold the title in the competition in 100 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a friend of mine, my friend, shout out to Joy. She was Miss Asian Arizona title holder for several years, and her and her sister were following. So I was just following their page because they give updates like crazy. So they're very happy. Thailand,
the first Korean and the first Alaskan.
Yeah, I know, right? But
crazy. I dated Miss Teen Arizona. And I remember some of those moments or those memories. I was thinking about it's pretty grueling, right? You have a friend. That's pretty grueling to be in these pageants. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's like
there's a lot that goes into it.
Eat shit that fucking lifestyle. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's a lot. You have to
from child to adult.
Oh yeah. You're critiqued on everything, and you have to, you have to walk a certain way, eat a certain way, talk a certain way, think a certain way. You have to carry yourself with certain poise that, at all times, right? At all times. So when I see all of her pictures and all the things that she had to do, and I'm like, oh, what event is this? She's like, oh, it's the same event. I'm like, well, that's like your 10th outfit. She's like, yeah, we had a lot of outfit changes that event. I'm like, wow, that must have been a lot of money on her parents as well, right?
Right.
So she said, yeah, it's a sacrifice, not just for her, but her whole family. And then if you are a minority, which she is, she's Thai and Mexican, so she, it's even more of a sacrifice for them, and they have to fight harder to be noticed. So, but it was funny because, and I think I told you guys this before, when I first met her, I went over her house. We went out and drank one night after work. And then I went over there I'm all tipsy, and her boyfriend is a sous chef. Shout out to Will. He's like, I'm going to cook for you guys. Right. So I'm drunk. It's like 4 a.m. I'm like, okay. And I pan the room and I look over and I see this case in the corner, and it's like gleaming crystal crowns. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? She's like, oh, those are my titles. I was like, title? You're a fucking beauty queen? What? And she's like, yeah. Do you want to wear one? I'm like,
At
I'm like,
4 in the morning
oh,
and shit.
so
You guys are taking pictures and shit or what?
I had the fuck. These crowns are heavy,
You don't
right?
have those
They're not like
pictures?
a
You
fucking
gotta
tiara you buy from the mall.
right. They're probably
No,
like 5
these
pounds or
motherfuckers
4
are so
pounds or
heavy.
something
I
like that,
got it on my
right?
head, right? I'm like, let me stiffen my neck, right? Let me get my shit up. I'm wearing them. She says, do you want to put on the sash? Drunk Tori was like,
Oh
dun, dun,
my
dun, dun.
God.
I instantly turned into Miss America. I'm like,
Funny as
fuck
hell.
yeah, I'm gonna put on the sash. So
That's funny.
I'm drunk. I've got the sash, the crown, my neck is stiff. I'm like, thank God
Sounds like a fun
I got
night.
strong neck muscles, right? We're
That's awesome though. That's the shit, man.
taking photo shoots with the dog and the crowns, and I got the crown. Then they're like, let's put one on the dog. So we've got the dog wearing tiaras, and
Poor dog.
so I start at 4 or 5 a.m. I start texting all of all my friends back in Detroit, right? My girlfriends, my besties. And I'm like, oh my God, my new friend, look at this. Look what she's got. The next day, they all individually text me back. You tell her you have best friends already. Don't try to lure you with crowns and jewels. They all know me well. I'm like, she's welcome in the group. She's got crowns. It's okay.
Right.
Right? But
That's awesome.
yeah, it was pretty fucking impressive. I'm like,
Right.
this whole time I'm thinking I know this girl, right? I work with her. I've known her for about 6 months. This whole time I'm like, I didn't even know you were a beauty queen.
Like,
I'd
damn,
be
she sounds
wearing
like she's
fucking crowns.
very humble person
She's
to be like
so
that. You know what I
humble.
mean?
She's
So
super
that's awesome.
humble. And I really,
That's
if
why
I
she
called her
won.
right now
She
and
was
asked her
real.
if I
She was
could borrow
real.
one, if I asked her, I was supposed to go out with her last night, but I was really not feeling well yesterday. And I was sad because I wanted to see her. I miss her so much. But if I called her right now and said, hey, Joy, I need a crown. I got to go to the grocery store. She'd go, okay, what time do you want to come get it? She totally let me come get it. So
That's
shout out
funny.
to Joy, Will, Asia Mama, Kalea, Charlie. I love you all. Miss you.
She's really nice. Her mom is really, really nice.
Her mama is really nice, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're a good time.
Congratulations to Alaska and being the first Korean. So congratulations.
Awesome.
We're getting through barriers. So wasn't President Trump wasn't he like the head of the whole thing, or is he out of that now? Wasn't he ahead of, or is that Miss Universe? I can't remember.
No idea.
I can't remember which one.
I don't watch that like I watch the Lions or nothing, so I don't.
I think it was Miss.
No idea.
If you want to watch fuckery, you'll watch them.
Yeah.
I think he was universe. I don't know. You know, he's just a pig. So, I don't remember which one he walked in the dressing room and was staring at little girls.
Yeah, he's backstage and saying, "Oh, we got to see you guys. I got to see you personally before you go on stage in that bikini."
Cringy as fuck.
So the millennials are supercharging the housing market. You know, when I was just talking about my niece, they recently bought their second home, but there's millennials that are just out there buying up housing market, spending money. So they're recharging the economy. The generation of growing appetite for home ownership is a major reason why many economists predict the home buying demand is likely to remain strong in the coming years. So
they got that TikTok money.
Yeah, they got that TikTok money. They got that money.
Mm-hmm.
They're buying. I mean, my neighbor across the street, they look very, very young, like very young, like in their 20s, houses. And I'm like,
they drive a Tesla.
Yeah, I drive a Tesla. What?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so definitely. And I know she's not listening, but shouts out to Karen across the street. Fucking Karen.
She's a Karen. She's a young Karen.
Yeah.
Did she get a Karen haircut?
Yeah, she does.
Does she? I don't remember.
Vague and viral TikTok videos warning of school violence is not credible, but schools and law enforcement at high alert. I was talking to Nati, and she goes, "Oh, we had a gun scare or something like on the school." And I guess this is going, and I don't know if this is the same story, but there's a bunch of different schools across the nation are having gun scares.
Yeah.
So, but I know you posted this story, Alex, a vague and viral TikTok video trending warning nationwide school violence on Friday, which authorities have dismissed as not credible, but has nevertheless prompted widespread school closures, stretched law enforcement research, put families on edge ahead of critical holiday travel season. And I know that there was a lot of schools when after the Michigan shooting, a lot of them closed up. No, I don't know if you didn't see this, but Washington, D.C., the numbers are so high and they can't get the kids vaccinated for the 5 and 11. They went back to virtual. So there's some schools going back to virtual. I don't know, with this gun violence at schools, man, it is scary. I know me and Alex have a high schooler, but it is scary for children to be in school right now.
Yeah. So I was glad that my daughter is not in school. That's what she chose. Not like
I'm all for
future,
homeschooling. I'm a homeschooling advocate, Mom. I did it for many years with Zach. Socially, it's hard for certain parents. I get it. I was blessed enough to be able to do it and keep him still social. And there's programs at the school that his program was through the school. And so the teachers paid a visit to each student for like 2 hours a day. They would make their rounds. And I thought that was great. Like twice a week for 2 hours. And they all divided up the kids and then they did online stuff, together. But there's some schools that don't offer that. And socially it's hard because certain kids have, every kid functions different. So it's hard,
in the inner city. For
but
sure.
they're right. And exactly. How do you,
Especially over here.
Yeah, it's hard. So, I don't think there really is a right answer for each, it's a case by case, right? Not everybody's situation is the same. And that's the hard part.
Yeah.
So I feel terrible for those parents that
for sure. They have to
any
deal with
other
that.
option but to send their child to school and literally worry all day long.
Right.
So, I don't know. Is there ever a solution for it?
Well, I know we were doing the virtual school, but college has been online for years. I just think we should have, when the kids they should have the option of going forward, and this should be just the new norm, right? You should be able to have your kids, if you want them, online schooling or, you know what I mean, virtual schooling.
What about for the parents that can't be home with their kids every day?
Huh?
What about for the parents that can't be home with their children that have jobs? You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of parents work when their kids in school because you can't afford a lot of single moms or dads afford babysitters or they have to go to school. So they work during the hours their kids are in school. Like, what is the solution to that other than maybe employers offering more remote work from home? It's hairy. Or how about just have better security at the school?
Yeah.
Better security, more mental health, aspects and outlets and tools for the kids.
Right.
Stop spending it on the roads that never get fixed and put it into our schools.
Right. We've been talking about the different attacks that are on the planes. Why isn't there, just like the TSA has those undercover, why isn't there an undercover cop at every school in the nation?
Because nobody wants to pay for that shit.
No, but okay.
Want to spend that extra money.
So let me stop you there. There is the reason why they created these dispensaries or made weed marijuana legal is to put this money back into the school. So why can't what I mean? That makes billions.
And there's so much of that money being made. Look at Colorado. Look how they do it.
Right.
Like it's all. They're brilliant with it, right? So why can't that go everywhere else? And why are these, lawmakers, politicians stopping weed becoming completely recreational in certain areas as if it's bad? But then you got, little Timmy shooting up the school. So there has to be a way to pull the money from. I know, right? I think that was my car warranty. I don't know.
Oh, we should have brought him on. We could have said, hey, we all need the car warranty.
I
So
know, right? They've been calling like crazy.
New York State reports the highest number of daily COVID cases in the entire pandemic, more than 21,000. And they went to all masks back into public places. New York State saw the highest number of new COVID single day entire pandemic, topping 21,000 new infections Thursday. Governor Kathy announced about 8% of total of all COVID tests were positive and almost double the rate a few days ago. People got to remember that we're going into flu season, right? And these numbers are going to go skyrocket, right? They're going to go higher. And, you got to still continue doing the things that we were doing when we were knee deep in this pandemic, washing your hands, staying 6 feet away, wearing a mask, constantly, using everything possibly, washing your hands and whatever. And
all of that.
And getting a vaccine. So there you go. That's the reason why our numbers have jumped again. So, and I know
I've been reading, and it's true. And I know it's true for me, and I've heard you guys say it as well. People who normally get colds each year, every year or however many times a year since they've been wearing the mask, they haven't had a cold since before 2019. They work. You can say they don't, but they do work. They work. It may not be 100%, but I'll take every percentage it is, So
yeah, I will. So Florida man gets a 5 years assault in the Capitol riot, the longest sentence yet. I don't even remember this guy. And I know, Alex, you put the story on.
Neither do I.
Yeah, because you think of the guy with
adding to the current events. I have
no
idea
you
what the story's
think about the guy. You think about the guy that puts his feet on the desk. But a Florida man was sentenced Friday to just over 5 years in prison for assaulting a police officer during January 6th riot Capitol. So he basically assaulted an officer. That's the reason why he got the longest. But
right.
Yeah, so these people are they're still hunting these people down. They're still getting. So he was 54, was charged repeatedly assault. So probably you should have used better judgment.
Should stayed your ass at home.
Right. Basically.
Mm-hmm.
Should have stayed your ass at home.
Yeah, out there being messy.
So I got a question, and I know this has been dropping everywhere. Why is everybody turning something into an NFT? Oh, we got to turn it into an NFT. We got to turn it into an NFT. And I'm like, really? Everything's got to turn into a Bitcoin? I'm getting sick of it.
I'm getting sick of it.
I still don't even pay attention to none of those stories.
Yeah.
I'm still confused on what it is. Somewhat. I read about them, but I don't pay attention to that. Not my
Why
cup
do you
of tea,
think
man.
they are? Drake, why do you think they are?
Everybody's trying to make a dollar. You know what I mean? It's just a new way. You know what I mean? Let's turn this butt coin, Bitcoin.
A quick dollar.
Butt coin sounds nice. Yeah. I want a butt coin. I want a whole bunch of butt coins.
There you go. You could sell your farts, like she said, and she's turning it into an NFT. There you go. Butt coin.
Butt coin.
Marketing. Good marketing.
So The Rock gave his truck. He was so inspiring. He gave me his truck. I used to own a gym in South Park, San Diego. I was very involved in the community. I had 150 clients, and The Rock gave him a truck.
He's great. Is there anything we could say bad about him? Never.
He just gave one away in November, at the end of November, and then he just gave this one away like December 3rd. So
another truck.
Yeah.
I know he's
giving them out.
Yeah, he's dabbled in it. Why isn't this guy running for something?
I wish he would. He would have all my votes.
He's got a whole big 2022 coming on. So I don't know if you follow him on Instagram, but he's.
I do. But
posted a picture and said he's got a whole lot of big things going on.
There's been a lot of
politics. Ain't one of them though. So.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if
You
it
know,
is
there's
awesome.
jokes about it, and people have said things, and they've hinted, but
Would you, Alex? Would you vote for The Rock if he was running for president in 2024?
I mean, of course, because he wouldn't
Of
do nothing.
course.
He wouldn't get involved in nothing if he wasn't. All that is just him doing 1,000,001 interviews, man, and the people asking him that during the political race 8 years ago, 12 years ago, and 4 years ago. So I mean, that's where that comes from.
Do you ever
And
see
he
him?
and
Do
he
you
just
think he'll
spoke
ever
on it.
do it?
So no, I don't.
No. I wish he would.
He got his
He needs to
family
come
and
save us.
he's got his family and his beautiful daughters and all that, and he's making good money. I don't see him getting involved in
just
that.
want him to do the
He don't
back
for
in the
what?
days,
Like
the old Rock where he turns his face
he's
and
too
he's
smart.
running for
for that.
president. And that
And
would
he
be
asks what the Rock is cooking.
yeah.
If he gets a little older, I mean, when he gets maybe another 10 years from now, I mean, he could get involved in it. Maybe when if he gets kind of bored. I don't see him leaving entertainment, man. He's killing it right now, man. He has
Yeah.
no competition but himself. So it's like, why would
Right?
he go to that for? So that's just my opinion. But hey, never say never,
I wasn't a fan of Barack, right? But I saw a man that looked very young turn very old as the president.
Yeah.
So that job, they were talking on the radio the other day. They says, who wants that fucking job?
That's
Because
why I said he's got beautiful kids and
so
he's not even
stressful.
for that.
It makes you turn old, right? Because you got the hardest job in the world, right? You run a superpower, and for you to make those day in and day out decisions, you know what I mean? It makes people old, and they were saying, well, is Michelle gonna run? And Michelle probably had that conversation with Barack and said, honey, you remember all that bullshit that we had to put up with? And they just at the end of that conversation, they're like, no, you know what? Fuck that. I'm not doing it. You know what I mean? And I know, Hillary ran, and Slick Willie looks very old, right? For him, that would have been kind of, that would have been a tradition or a new thing if she was the first lady and then he became the first man. But for your family to want for the husband and wife to run, it's got to be a big pill to swallow, right? So because you got to go put up with all that bullshit in the White House again.
Yeah.
I think Michelle, like, you know what, honey, we've done that, been there, done that.
Michelle's smarter than that.
Going there, so
yeah. Mm-hmm.
But
plus, they're free from all that, right? And he's looking refreshed again. He'd be wearing his shirts unbuttoned a little bit. Michelle be showing her arms. They out here doing things. They're happy. I just love their love, right?
I haven't seen them in a year.
Exactly, because they're out here parasailing and traveling the world and eating deliciousness and Paris. Like they're just out there enjoying life finally. Right. Again, right? Love and love. I love seeing them together. They're amazing.
I know we didn't talk about this, but or did we talk about she decided not to do the next tennis competition was Williams, but she must have signed. Did she sign a huge deal with DirecTV? She's on every DirecTV commercial.
On every commercial.
On DirecTV. And I love the whole Matrix and Superwoman thing. I think she's doing a great job. So I know that's not a topic, but I know that's
kind of lost me for a minute. I'm like, what are you talking about? And then you said Matrix and
Serena.
I didn't catch the Serena Williams.
Serena and her thick thighs.
You just went from Michelle Obama to I'm like,
I'm sorry.
You talking about Michelle Obama? Like threw me off a little bit. No, yeah, that's a cool ass commercial.
Yeah, she must have signed a huge deal with DirecTV, Alex, and we didn't even hear about it. I didn't hear her say anything about DirecTV.
She's on all kinds of commercials, man.
Yeah. She's on I like the DirecTV one because
it's a sponsor magnet,
Serena Williams, and then she turns into Wonder Woman. So I just think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
And now she's doing the new one with Matrix. So
right.
A lot of people have, and I know we didn't talk about it, but Matrix comes out next week, and it's on HBO Max in the movies. And I know another guy of the show, Mark, he brought it up and he's like, man, Morpheus is a different actor. And, you know, I was kind of bummed out when the story came out and when I saw that. And a lot of people don't know this. If you Google it, it is because Morpheus is a different character. It's a different timeline. So
Right. That's what I was about to say. Yeah. I
there you
figured
go.
that.
Yeah. So it's a different Morpheus. So it's a different actor.
Makes sense.
So they didn't even ask Fishburne to come back because it was a different time. So that's the reason why they got a younger actor. So I can't wait for that to come out.
I know.
I don't know if I want to watch it at home or I want to go to the movies, but I got to go to the movies to watch that.
I think it's one of those you got to go to the theater and feel it, all of it, take it all in at one time. I mean, you can watch it at home again, but
Yeah. I mean, I gave up on the
I'm a
Matrix
theater
after part
person.
2, man.
I've always been to go to the theater to see it kind of person. That was something me and Zach did often. That, you know, once a week, every weekend that we would go to the movies, if not every other. I love the movie theater. I like the sound. I like the vibration of the seats. I like the popcorn, right?
Popcorn.
I like the popcorn.
Instead of your mom bread whore, you're a popcorn whore.
Yes. All the butter and salt. Licking my fingers. I'm in it. Right? Chomping. All of it. And I don't put all that cheese and shit on there. Just butter and salt. And I sometimes I bring a blanket with me, right? When you got the really good seats.
Right.
I like the theater. I like the whole experience. It's my shit. Mm-hmm.
So fans rush to comfort Denzel Washington after he tears up talking about his late mother. The actor showed the first true love of his mother, Denzel Washington, as fans have supported the actor who's mourning a late mother. I don't even know when his mom died. Was this a long time ago?
No, she just died not long ago.
Wow.
97 years old.
Oh, wow.
Aww.
And,
I love Denzel.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sad. I'm sure he was close with his mother.
Yeah,
she was a great son.
Let me bring this on I didn't even know I had this video. Hold on. Let me bring it on the screen. Oh no, this is NBC. No, I can't. Sorry.
Don't do that.
NBC will. So basically, he shaded on the Late Show. So.
He just said he was going to pay homage. I seen an interview, and it was very touching, and that's why I shared it. He just said he was going to make her proud, and she wasn't. That's where I kind of talked about the other day, not being robbed of life, and because that's what he said. She lived a good life, 97 years old. Some of us don't even make it to 50s. I mean, so yeah just a cool story.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, I think he's made her proud, and I think, you know, she's probably seen a lot of his accolades and a lot of his movies. So definitely probably made her proud so many different times. Has he ever won an Academy Award? Pretty sure he has.
I don't know. I'm so bad at those things. I don't know. Maybe. Look it up.
Look it up.
Look it up. I'm sure he has. He's incredible.
Yeah.
If he hasn't, what the fuck? I'm sure he has.
Well, you know, there's a lot of people that have never won.
I know.
Oh yeah, he's won. Yeah, he has won. Oscars. Oscars.org.
Yeah, he's got awards on deck.
Yeah, he's got
It's
a lot
awesome
of.
that his mother, you know, lived to that age and was able to see all of that.
Glory, Training Day, Gangster, American Gangster. Yeah, a lot of different movies.
Glory.
Let's have a Denzel binge. Let's have a Denzel binge now, guys.
Yeah. So,
not that big of a fan of him like that. I love him in Glory. That's my favorite Denzel Washington movie.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
He was amazing in that movie. Amazing. I mean, like I said, he's good in everything he does to me, but I'm just not that.
I didn't like Equalizer too. I got to be honest with you.
Yeah, those movies are kind of like too cheesy when it comes to him. You know, you're used to seeing him doing drama, a little bit more drama than, but yeah, he's still the man. He's still the shit.
Yeah.
But But Glory, when I seen him in Glory, I was pretty young, 8, 9, 10 years old or some shit like that, and I was just like, that movie's phenomenal. So Glory and Platoon, those are my favorite
Oh,
war movies right
yeah.
there.
It took us back on that one.
So a ticket stub to
Might
Michael
have to watch those. Might have to binge. Damn, you might be right, Tori.
Mhm.
Been so long since I've seen those.
A ticket stub for Michael Jordan 1984 debut with the Nets sell for $264,000.
That's
What?
That's
crazy.
crazy.
Yeah,
The second sports ticket stub since Game 3 of the 1903 World Series.
that's
Yeah. Well, imagine actually, to be honest with you, to see his debut, the Chicago Bullets versus the Washington Bullets, or the Chicago Bullets, the Chicago Bulls versus the
Jersey
Washington
Nets.
Bullets. October 26, 1984, his debut. Damn.
Yeah.
And how much? It sold for how much?
264. I was 11.
Oof,
Crazy.
that's
That
crazy.
somebody even had that ticket.
Mhm.
Right?
I mean, smart. That's like me. I mean, I used to collect movie tickets, man. I went to the movies so many times. I had so many of them, and when I pulled them out, all the ink was off of them, and I was like, damn, man,
I save them if it's something like
damn,
it's something I want to remember. Like, oh, this was a time that we went to this event. Remember how great that
right,
was? Or, sometimes I saved them when it was like your first something, or one of the
yeah,
kids' first times, or
yeah.
maybe like a date
I
that
saved
you've
them
gone
all.
on.
I just went so much. I mean, I had tickets from Who Framed Roger Rabbit to
Ah,
House Party. I mean, I've seen some.
that's
I just used to
awesome.
collect them. I used
Look
to
at
sit
that
down.
stuff, Alex. That looks like the guy just printed it. Like, that's insane.
No,
Wow.
somebody just was a big sports fan, and they used their head, and when they went to the game, they put it away. I mean,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Wow.
That's why you're hearing about it now,
Mhm.
over 30 something years later, so, or
30
40,
years
whatever it is. But
ago, a long time ago.
yeah, yeah.
That's
A lot of
awesome.
people forget Michael Jordan came in the league. That was that a
Yeah.
year after Steve Eisman came in the league, and it took him 7 years to win a championship, man. So
So,
That's
Aaliyah,
a lucky ticket right there, boy.
sweet,
I
that's awesome.
didn't even hear this song, and I don't want to play it, and I would love to play it after the show. Aaliyah's new song with the Weeknd is Poison to fans 20 years after her death. Have you heard this song? I haven't heard. Is it good? Is it bad?
I
I
mean, is
mean,
anything with Aaliyah bad?
right. Just people hating on it, I guess, man. I don't know.
Really? I mean, I mean, Weekend is awesome. So there's always going to be haters, though, right?
Yeah, it's Aaliyah, man.
If
It's
you don't
very
have
touchy
haters, I
when it
guess you
comes to
ain't doing it
Aaliyah.
right.
When it comes to somebody like Aaliyah, it's very touchy. So,
It is. It is.
but no reason to be negative about it. You know what
I
I
can't
mean?
believe
So
it died in 2001. Wow, it's been a long time.
It
crazy,
has.
man.
It's been a long time since
Still
Baby
feels
Girl
like
went to
yesterday.
heaven.
Crazy.
I know, right? So sad. But I really got to give a shout out to her parents who, continue to keep her legacy alive and her memory, and her mother, and and keep her name clean. Her
Yeah.
mother
It's
works very
her
hard
uncle. It's
doing
really
so.
her uncle. Her uncle is the one that owns all the masters and all of that.
Well, yeah, but I mean, her mother,
But
has a huge hand in things, and
right,
anybody wants to say anything negative about her, they're quick to come to her defense and clear the air. So
right.
I think that that's great. She doesn't just she doesn't deserve anything less than that.
When you're just talking about masters, Bruce Springsteen just showed his masters. So a lot of these
Yeah,
older
seen
guys
that. For like,
are
was it like
selling
was it 2 billion or no? Am I
500
2
million.
million?
500 million.
Okay. Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
knew it was
So,
double that or
that's
2 billion. It
phenomenal.
was something
But a
crazy.
lot of these old artists now, they probably like, hey, you know what? I'm fucking done. You can have all my shit for this amount of money. Man,
Yeah.
they said that was a great deal. He sold $500 million.
Right. 'Cause they probably got double. They probably got double masters. You don't know.
Yeah,
Shit.
he's like, well, he's
You
out.
know.
He said a lot of
Yeah.
people, analysts, a lot of these financial guys, they said this guy made a great deal. He does. probably doesn't want to perform. And if he performs, who gives a fuck at that point? You know what I mean? Like, hey, I made my money. So
yeah.
The boss.
Did you guys see that? Still staying not on music, but kind of on music. Jay-Z rocking the Tiffany and Company $6.4 million watch.
No,
Yeah,
let's jump.
It's got a blue face on it. They call it like the Nautilus or something. Not Nautilus.
Wow.
Yeah, Felipe Nautilus. It's auctioned for $6.5 million last week.
In the famous Jamie Little Viper words, let's jump.
Okay, let me go get my.
That's what my buddy. Remember Alex? He'd be like, "Let's jump."
Damn.
Let me go get my black on. I'll be back.
Yeah, let's go jump him.
For real. Yeah. His hair looking like somebody's raggedy uncle or auntie, right? But his watch, though, shit. The picture, I'm like, why is his hair so fucking nappy in that picture? But he wearing a $6.4 million watch. Wow. I mean, I guess you can have all the naps you want, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Jigga.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shit was crazy. And then I start thinking deeper. I'm like, I could feed a lot of fucking people. That could change a lot in the world. And I'm not hating, if you got it like that, you got so much money that you can just blow to 6.4 on a watch like it's $100 bill, right? Let's fuck you money. Like that literally is like, oh, it's just a couple $100 to him. Then I mean, go ahead. And I know that they quietly donate to causes. They've said those things, but fuck. 6.4, that's a whole village you could build somewhere.
Right.
You could build do a lot of good with that money. So hopefully.
And he passed them out. That was a few years ago at Diddy's thing, but he passed them out to people. And it took to make 3,000 man hours to produce just one. So, and he passed them out. That wasn't the only one going around. He passed
What do you
them
mean
out.
he passed them out? He gave them out as gifts?
He passed them out with invitations to the party. Yeah. So there's a bunch of islands and lands that,
Whoa.
That's how much money he has.
Whoa.
There's an
He gave those as party favors?
Yep.
Hey,
thanks for coming. That's crazy.
Damn.
That's crazy.
I need friends like that. I mean, I love y'all and
3,000 man
stuff,
hours to produce one. 3,000 hours. 3,000 hours.
You think Jason's doing this with his money?
Oh, I love that cartoon.
I know, right?
Every day after school, man.
Every day.
Loved it.
He's doing
He's gotta be doing that. You're handing out $6.4 million watches as a
crazy. That's
crazy. Thank
you.
And
that shit's dope as hell. Them watches are dope as hell.
Dope as fuck. You see that blue? They're so pretty.
Beautiful, man.
Mm-hmm. It is definitely a piece of art. That's for sure. I'd be so scared to wear it. Like, what? I don't want to scratch it on nothing. I'm just gonna wear it from the bedroom to the car, and then from the car back into the house. We're gonna set it back into the safe. I'm just gonna wear it to sit on the couch.
Man, he probably comes home and throws that motherfucker right on his dresser like a regular watch.
I know. Don't get some anxiety up thinking about it.
But telling. Actually, when he comes in, he probably hands it to his maid. And
I was just gonna say, he probably hands it to his maid or his assistant, the housekeeper, the
he ain't
manager.
Tossing that shit.
The manager of the home is putting it on a felt.
Babe, put this away.
Putting on a piece of felt.
Babe or bae, whatever you want to.
Bae.
Yeah, that is definitely an awesome thing to do, right? If you're able to give out those watches.
Oof. Ooh. If you fuck. I'm just like, can I get one, Fran? Hey, Fran. Hey, Rich Fran.
Let me get the knockoff. Shit.
Right? What up, Rich Fran? Right, I'll take the knockoff at $400,000.
I'll take the $4,000 one. Shit. Fucking.
That's
I
the
don't care
real
if it turns
definition
my
of a
wrist
rich
green.
friend.
Even if it turns my wrist green, I'll take that
You know,
shit.
I always say to my friends when I call them, my friends, my cousins, anybody that talks to me, I'm like, hey, rich friend, right? So yeah, I always speak it into existence. And that's a real definition of a rich friend. So shout out to Jay-Z. Call me.
Oh, me. So
Call me, friend.
did you guys know that Cardi B was coming out with her own doll? I didn't know this.
I seen something about it. I didn't
Is
read
it
it.
gonna talk?
I don't know.
If
That's
it
kind of cool.
fucking
That's
talks,
cool for
I'm
her.
buying it. I love her.
Well, I guess it
I
got
like her too. She's
production
awesome.
stopped
She
on
just keeps
Funny as
it
hell.
real. That's why I like
She just
her.
trips me out. Funny as hell.
She's
the
funny
production
as fuck. If you ever watch her on video, she's funny as fuck.
I
production
watched her do
stopped on because of COVID.
the host the awards, and they just watching her doing the hosting the awards was funny as hell. Watched it with my
Oh,
daughter.
she's funny.
The music awards, I think it
The
was.
COVID delays.
Yeah.
Aw.
So you could see
That's funny as hell.
it's got like hips. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
add. Yeah,
guy has.
they're making a lot of the figures now where you can detach parts and all that and shit. It's crazy, man.
Yeah, I was talking with another friend of mine and her niece was wanting this like doll for Christmas and she's like, first of all, the doll's like almost $100, right? And I guess it poops glittered slime.
What?
So I'm like, what? So she's 5 and she wants this doll. So she's like, all right, let's check this doll out. There's like 12 steps to this doll. You gotta prep it, you gotta feed it, like you gotta spoon the mixture in, and then you gotta add the glitter, and then you gotta put water, and then you gotta like shake it and do this other thing, and it's gotta all be done. These 12 steps all have to be done within like back to back to back the timing is under like a minute and almost just under 2 minutes. Like no fucking 5-year-old can do it. I can barely do 12 steps in 2 fucking minutes.
Right.
Well, what the fuck are they doing? Like, and listen, you're not
Right.
getting the doll that shits glittered slime. Okay. It sounds messy. There's a lot of steps. Mom can only do 4 of them before the phone rings. Or I forget what I'm doing because squirrel, right? My ADHD, the way that's set up. So
Right.
what they out here doing too much. Just press a button and let it shoot some slime, or just roll the down,
Right.
right? Like put a little glitter on it,
Squeeze that shit.
right? There's like 3 different things you got to feed it, and then mix and add. You got to measure water. All these.
That's just too much for me.
It's too. This 5-year-old's like, I really want this doll. She's like obsessed about it. Mm-mm. No, honey, we're not doing that. Mm-mm. Next thing you know, I confused the glittered slime with her dinner. Now she's pooping glittered slime. I can't. It's too much responsibility for me and a doll.
Right.
It's extra as fuck. And I wasted $100.
Wow.
So Rick Ross gets clowned on by 50 Cent after new album forecast to have the lowest first week sales of his career.
Mm-hmm.
He
got clowned on by who?
Rick Ross gets clowned on by
I posted this just for you, Tori.
Oh, by 50 cents. Yeah, I saw that. I saw it. Mm-hmm.
I put this one in the rundown just for you because
I read.
you were talking
Thank
about
you.
50 Cent last week.
Because
like,
he's petty as fuck.
This guy, right?
He petty. I'm telling y'all. You don't want 50 smoke.
But he's 50. 50.
50, you don't want 50 smoke, right? He's brilliant businessman, but if you go in a beef with him, he does not let shit go. He's so fucking petty. He will take that beef to the grave and he will keep it fresh, right? Just when you thought you got away, bam, he pops up and he does some fuck shit and he shows you just how petty he is. And you know what? I ain't trying to fuck with him. I don't want that smoke. I don't want none of his problems because I would.
My man
I
making
thought
a
I
quarter.
was petty.
My man 50 Cent making a quarter million off of one season, 10 episodes. $250,000.
Yeah.
And that's
He's,
only off of that
he's,
one. He
he's
got
smart.
he
He's a
got
smart guy.
the power, and he
And
got the two spinoffs off of that. Then he's got Murder Was the Case coming, killing it.
all of that,
Killing it.
and You're the King of Petty.
Right.
He's got The Driver coming too.
Put a crown on him.
Might as well.
Oh yeah, what'd you say you got The Driver coming too?
The Driver. That was
Yeah.
written by Drake Swift.
I know. I can't wait.
Hey man, send it to him, man.
For real.
Never know, bro.
Let's get on his good side. What are we waiting for?
Never know, man. Hey, send that shit to him. DM him on don't be shocked if he answers back and likes that shit. That I wouldn't be. I'm for real. That's real shit. Like
just from what I read, I
look
think
at what he's doing. I mean, so shit. What would you have to lose? Why not?
Why not? Yeah. So
another Detroit story. Why not?
I know that Michael Jordan overshadowed Grant Hill's career. Grant Hill was probably living in a lot of players were probably living in Jordan's
shadow.
Yeah. So you wrote this story. I hate seeing
nobody ever broke out of that but Kobe Bryant. That's it.
Yeah. I hate seeing Jordan and Scottie Pippen legacy tainted by a back and forth. Grant Hill's voice, unbiased opinion on Bulls legend is strange following The Last Dance. And then I know you said that he's going to do his own documentary.
Yeah, I can't wait for that, man.
I met Grant Hill a couple times. He seemed like a really nice guy.
Love Grant Hill, man.
Wasn't he kind of like the golden boy of the NBA? Like he was very clean cut,
light skinned.
He was very, clean cut kind of basketball player.
Well, I mean, it goes back to if you really followed him in Duke and me being a Michigan fan, you had to hate him when they were playing Duke. But his father, what's his name? Oh my God. I know his first name, but he played for the Dallas Cowboys. So his father was well known already, and they were close personal friends with his parents grew up personal friends with the Clintons. So he was he talked about a silver spoon.
Yeah, that's why
he acted like that. He's very 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 humble.
What I'm saying, he was like he had like everything going for him. He didn't.
What more can you ask for, man? NCAA championship. Your father's an NFL superstar, friends with the president. I mean, yeah. What more do you ask for? Can you want?
Right.
You're a good-looking guy. Look at his wife, Jesus, Tamina. I mean,
like you said,
where is it?
Ever broke out with Jordan?
Yeah, she's yummy.
Overshadowing. So, do you think he has a little? Even though, like, he had a great career, I know he had injured, but even though you think he was a great guy, do you think that he has some animosity towards Michael Jordan?
Because this story wasn't about him and Michael Jordan. This story was about Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan,
right,
being overshadowed, and him being friends with him, and just like you know what I mean. So, but that is still a good question. I don't think he had any animosity towards anybody, man. I think he was happy to be in the league. He got drafted number 1, and nobody was more popular than Michael Jordan in the 90s than Grant Hill was when he first came to the Pistons. I mean, he was on everything, man. Living Single, Jay Leno playing the piano. I mean, he was on everything. You know what I mean? So he was supposed to be not the next. There's never going to be another Michael Jordan or Dr. J and all that, so on, so on. But he was so popular, man, and just he was the total package back then. And once he got hurt, that kind of put a damper on things, and you know what I mean. So it was hard to live up to expectations with the team that we had, man. We had a horrible team, so he was, it was him and Stackhouse every night, hoping that they would score 40, 50 each, so we could maybe win a game. So it was rough watching all those, watching those games and stuff like that. But I don't know. I wouldn't say he had animosity towards Michael Jordan, but I think if it wasn't from guys like Michael Jordan and players like that, man, they wouldn't. That's what motivates them to play harder. And he had a hell of a career. 19 years in the league. 18 years in the league. I mean, like I always say, in whatever game, rap game, all that, whatever you're in, man. You know, I was talking to a friend about music and just all these young artists and rappers coming up, and I was, you know, you sharing songs with me, and I'm like, you know, that song is good and this and that, it's cool, but what are they doing now? You know, there was a song for like 2015, 13, like where are they at now, man? It's all about that longevity, bro, and what, you know, and no matter what you're in profession you're in, so.
We need to do a show on where are they at now on some of
Yeah,
these
for sure. I thought about that, like, you know,
two-hit wonders. Where are they
yeah, I
at?
mean, like, you know, there was guys like Bubba Sparks.
They're back.
You know,
They're
guys
back.
like, right. I mean, there was guys like Bubba Sparks, you know, when he came out, signed with
I
Timberland.
love that song. I love
He
it.
was another white boy from the, but he was from the South, you know, like Timberland was trying to find his Eminem, and I mean, it was fine and dandy for a minute, but you know, where's he at now? So
He's
you
at
know,
the
guys fade away.
Who did you say?
He's at the
Bubba
local
Sparks.
now.
Oh, Bubba Sparks, yeah.
Yeah,
I
he's
think
at the.
it's a lot of behind the scenes stuff.
So yeah, you know,
Like Paul Wall too.
yeah. I mean, he just came out with a song with a couple of his guys and shit not long ago.
Yeah,
So,
he does jewelry too. Jewelry.
yeah.
The teeth.
But yeah, it's all
wanna
about
get
longevity, man.
The last
Yeah,
time
I can't wait to that.
Let's do it.
he's working on. Last song was New South Entertainment mixtapes.
Yeah.
It came out in 2011, so he hasn't did anything in a while.
Who?
Bubba Sparks.
Oh yeah. It got ugly. Like his first song.
Yeah. They got ugly. His career got ugly. I'm giving the ball to Michael Jordan. Chose MJ over Stephen Curry when it comes to making clutch shots in postseason. This was a story that I guess that you put on. Let me go back to it. I don't even know if it came up right. Dan Devone. Devana? Who is that guy?
Devon.
Devon.
Just a TV presenter.
Michael Jordan and Stephen Curry are arguably two of the most influential basketball players in the NBA. The latter considered one of the best shooters in NBA history. However, famous TV presenter David Devon believes that MJ is the greatest to pass the Curry. If he has chose between the two, he would give the ball to Michael Jordan. So 3 seconds left. Who do you give the ball to, Alex?
Pass it to Will. Remember that? Pass it to Will. I'm giving it to Jordan, man. As much as I hated him with a passion, I mean, I'm giving it. I've seen all the shots, man. I've seen them all go in, and I watched them all. So I'm going. Might not like him, but I ain't dumb. Or that dumb. I'm going with MJ all day long, man. All day long.
That's funny.
Really?
Steph Curry is a pure shooter.
Who are you giving it to? Tori?
Oh, MJ. Yeah. For sure. For sure. I need to go with the solid choice, right? As much as nothing personal, fellas, but I got to go with who I know is going to be on the money every time.
Put the ball in the hole.
Yeah, put the ball in the hole.
I'm giving it to Darko.
That might get people to chime in right there.
Right?
The human victory cigar, they called him. When the game was wrapped up, they would put his ass in with a minute and a half left. And people would go crazy. That was the funny part.
Did you buy a Darko jersey, Alex? I know I almost really close to buying one.
No, I never did. Nope. Just Isaiah Thomas, Joe Dumars, Tayshaun Prince, Chauncey Billups, Rip Hamilton. I think that's where it ends.
Yeah. You didn't buy McCleaves or Cleaves or what was his name? Oh, Rodney.
Hell no.
Rodney White's jersey.
Mateen Cleaves, Michigan Stater.
Yeah, Mateen Cleaves.
He was a one-hit wonder. He didn't make it.
No.
He didn't make it in life or in the NBA.
Scoreless jersey.
Oh, that was my guy, man. You already know he was the big nasty.
Big nasty. Yeah, I love that. Yeah.
He was, man.
You know what I would like
He
to
was our
have?
Dennis Rodman, man.
Yeah.
You know, he was our
You know
Dennis Rodman.
You know what I would like to have is a Vinnie Johnson jersey. I don't know if that's
Yeah,
possible.
that was one of my dad's favorite players, the microwave. But yeah, I always wanted his jersey and a Rodman jersey. Definitely got to get one of those for sure.
So last story of the night or the day or the afternoon, wherever the fuck you are.
Where the fuck you're at.
You might be
right. We're all miscombobulated.
You might be in India. I don't know, but
and that's okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in.
That's right. Thank you. God bless you.
Make sure you,
for Japanese.
India, Nigeria, all of you. We see you out there. We see you watching. We hear
worldwide.
You. We see you listening. We're wide, baby. We were wide.
Detroit Tigers offer Carlos Correa revealed. So they finally revealed him. Did they give him a jersey yet, or they haven't did the press conference yet, Alex?
Javier Baez. I'm not sure.
Carlos. See, this is
Carlos Correa.
Yeah.
No, we got Javier Baez. Buster only reported that basically saying that the Tigers, there was the rumors that they didn't make him an offer because he wanted too much, but then Buster only reported that the Tigers offered him a 10-year, $275 million offer earlier in the winter before they signed Javier Baez, of course, to a 6-year, $140 million deal. Have to believe that they were willing to, and I'm quoting Tony Paul, 1984 on Twitter, have to believe that they were willing to go $275 million, that they would have gone $300 million. Correa must have wanted a lot more. I mean, guys like, oh gosh, man. I mean, they gave, Mike Ilitz out of his pocket paid Prince Fielder. Nobody ever thought that Prince Fielder would come here, and he did.
Right.
I believe that was like $354 million for like 5 years or something. So, you know what I mean? I wanted Carlos Correa, but I'm happy with Javier Baez, and according to all the women and a couple of friends of mine, they were like, they're happy that he's here in Detroit.
Yeah.
Good looking man, whatever. But I just want him to. I'm just happy we got a freaking shortstop, man. I'm just happy we got a shortstop. You know what I mean? You got to have that infield defense. So I'm excited. I can't wait to see the team. So I'm happy with the choice, man.
You happy with the choice?
Yeah. Hopefully it'll be at least 50 degrees opening day, and we can have a good time.
How many more?
Yeah, I know, right? I just got the chills thinking about it.
How many more wins do you think we win? 20? How many more wins?
Ooh, man. Oh, let me see real quick. I don't even remember. What did they finish at? 70 something 70 something wins. I will tell you right now. I know it wasn't pretty, but so they finished 77 and 85.
Hmm.
If if everybody can stay healthy and Casey Mize lives up to his potential, and all these guys, like I said, they play as a team, man. I mean, I could see them flipping it around 85 and 77, or maybe even 90 wins, and 90 and 72. I don't know. I'd give it another about 12 to 15 wins, but
yeah, that's what I was thinking was
something like that. You know what I mean? So that's a good team, man. I like the lineup is it's ridiculous. Maybe next week I'll break that down, but because a lot of things are going to change still. But yeah, like I said, I'm excited for the season. Not just the Tigers, the whole baseball season. And
yeah, I feel like COVID. I feel like we there was a lot of stuff that we skipped and missed.
Yeah,
we didn't get to enjoy our normal things. I'm really excited to go to a game and just be there and smell the air. I know that sounds funny, but if you know, right? Yeah.
Peanuts, Cracker Jacks.
Hot dogs. Nice little
Right.
drink.
Damn, I'm hungry. No, I'm really hungry now.
I know, me too.
My
I was just
God.
thinking that. I'm like, fuck, really hungry. I eat more fucking cookies. Need to go to the gym.
Hide your cookies, Drake.
I'm
I'm coming get them cookies.
Coming for your cookies.
Like,
coming
talking
for your
dirty.
fucking come for all the cookies. I'm fucking hungry.
Like, yeah, I'll show you how to open that shit.
Right? Just squeeze it real quick.
those look so good.
I just smacked my lips. Did you guys hear me?
So this is. Do you remember this? Do you remember this, Alex? When Fielder was on ESPN magazine? Oh, wait a minute. That's
yeah.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah. Oh my God! Look at that. What the
heck? In all his glory.
That's hilarious. You had to be dying when you first seen that, huh?
Oh man.
I know you're a big Howard Stern fan. You love that shit, man.
That's funny.
You know, that's not the real picture, but
yeah, I know they photoshopped.
Were you shocked when he did that?
No, he probably got paid a hefty amount of money for that, but no, not really.
Hefty. Heavy on the hefty.
For real. Yeah, that was just, I was just like, damn, hey, do what you do, man. Shit.
With Shannon say, suck it up, Tori Rochelle. We'll be bachelorette party day 1 at opening day this year. Wear layers.
Layers.
So I'm coming in town for 2 things. The opening day, and then also I am maid of honor. I'm a mo to my girlfriend, my bestie Shannon, and so that's day 1 of bachelorette fuckery weekend, right? So yeah, let the shenanigans begin.
So that means we're gonna have some fun,
begin, right?
We get to have some fun.
Yeah. We're going to be drinking so much that I don't even know. She says wear layers, but I have a feeling we're going to be peeling them off. So
before the night's over,
right?
Thinking we need to rent. We need to rent the cart where we all pedal and it's a bar and we drive.
Yes. Can we do that weekend?
Yeah, we could do that weekend. Yeah.
We totally need to do that weekend.
Yeah. That'd be dope. Yeah, I had a lot of friends there, a few friends that did that, and they were like,
we need to reserve that now.
Yeah.
I don't know where to go. We need to reserve that now.
I'm down.
So if you guys know where to reserve it, let me know. We need to do that now. Let's get that in effect.
Let's get that in effect. Yeah. So that's all.
Pedaling. Sounds like a great time.
That's all I got.
Looks like it.
Oh, what I wanted to bring up, Beth, definitely if you go to wordonthestreetmerch.com, I'm going to do a Christmas thing. If you do, this sounds great. If you go to our page or you go and subscribe and you like it and you share it with 10 friends, I will give you a free hoodie.
Ooh, and they're nice hoodies too.
Yeah. How's that sound, Alex?
Sounds great. I'm about to do it right now.
Okay.
Can't beat that.
If you go to Word on the Street, of course, pod.
WordOnTheStreetPod.com.
Right. This is the Word on the Street merch. So I'll give you a free hoodie. I just added. What did I add? Oh, we got the breast cancer hoodie.
Right.
Yeah, and I'll give you a free hoodie of your choice if you make sure you subscribe.
Kyrie Irving has entered the health protocol thing. I don't know what that means, but I don't know if that means he changed his mind or what. But that's pretty crazy.
Yeah. So I'll give you. I think I just added
Alexis, thanks for joining us today.
Actually, bigger sizes. I told Eddie the other day. I said, "Hey man, I want to order a hoodie, but I can't because it's only up to 2X. I want to get to 3X." So he added the bigger sizes. So I'll send you a Drake Swift hoodie.
Hell yeah, red one.
Mm-hmm.
So subscribe to our show, not on the video cast, actually on your Apple phone or your Android, and I will send you a free hoodie if you share it with.
We're on all platforms: iHeart, Apple Music, Spotify.
I'll send you
Twitch, all that good stuff. Whatever.
I'll send you a free hoodie.
All the things.
For Christmas. There you go.
Mm-hmm. I think it's a good deal. Share 10 times. Share with 10 friends.
Yeah, share with 10 friends.
Sharing is caring. Sharing
Right.
is caring.
So if
You're on your phone anyway. Just do
Right.
it, man.
Let me get some cool ass merch.
So
you could have one of us on your chest. Who doesn't want one of us on their chest? Come on.
you want sports mouth right on your mouth.
During the
You might
especially during the
hashtag show me
holidays.
your kitty.
Right? You want sports mouth right on your mouth.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Who doesn't want Savage Kitty on their chest?
So you
Yeah, right.
Who doesn't want Sports Mouth on their chest or Jake Swift on their chest? Come on, people.
Or
I think
however you wear
what's
it.
the real
Right.
Christmas gift there?
Yeah. So next Wednesday we got Miranda Houston. She has Houston Legacy of Enlightenment. She'll be on next Wednesday. And Christmas, we're going to just have a really short 20, 30-minute show. And what is the worst gift you ever had on a holiday?
Whoa. That's interesting.
I already know mine.
Do you? Oh boy.
Yeah. Well, I've gotten some bad ones, but there's just one that sticks out.
Mine's probably pretty boring. I have to really think about that, but I can't wait to hear yours. I don't know why, but I just got a feeling it's something that we're not expecting. Like, whoa.
It was creative.
Okay. Do you still have it?
No.
Okay,
No, there was
okay.
I've had a couple. I'll tell you guys next week.
Okay.
I've had a couple that I'm like, what the fuck? But
That's funny.
this one I was mad. I was mad at this one.
You're a man.
Yeah.
All right, that's all I got. What do you got, Alex? Got anything?
No, I just want to plug the show tomorrow, our ATW All Things Wrestling podcast. Tune in with me and Tony Twist, 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern, and talk all things wrestling. I believe we got a guest on again tomorrow. I don't know who it is, but tune in and find out with me. And you can follow me at SportsMaw313 on Instagram and Twitter. And everybody drive safe if you're wherever you're at. Drive safe and have a blessed weekend going into the Christmas week.
Christmas week. Tori, you got anything?
Kind of just following up with that whole vibe. As I always say, be kind to one another. We're all out here shopping, and there's a lot of extra people on the road, cops and kids and people out there doing their Christmas shopping. But not just Christmas shopping. You know, it's a stressful time of the year. People are trying to get gifts to people, and you know, maybe they're going through some personal things or grieving a loved one who is no longer with us this, you know, season, and this is maybe their first year without them. You know, a lot of people have passed over the year from lots of different things, including the pandemic and, you know, COVID. And so just be kind. Just be kind. It costs $0 to be nice, right? You don't know what opening a door for somebody might mean to them, or just letting them have that parking space, or letting them walk first, or just saying, you know, excuse me, or thank you. And so just be mindful of that, and spread some holiday cheer. It's going to go far, I promise. So you can follow me, Tori Rochelle, on Facebook, at All Beauty All Beast on Instagram, The Savage Kitty, that's THEE Savage Kitty on Twitter, and Tori Smooches on Snapchat.
So to follow up on that positivity, make sure you guys are kind to each other, because, you know, we could always say this.
Keep the change, you filthy animal. Hey, I tell you what I'm going to give you, snakes.
Snakes. So
I
there
love
you go.
that part. That part is so funny.
That
shit is so funny.
So you can follow me everywhere at Drake Swift. You guys stay safe. Make sure you guys are always washing your hands, wearing your mask, and washing your ass. Let me play this video, and we're out under 2 hours. And all right, guys, peace out. Stay safe.